Hello and welcome to my Araxxor quick guide. I'm gonna show you how to do Araxxor in about 5 minutes. Hopefully this will help you get your first kill. These are my recommendations for skills and why. Have at least 90 in your combat skills, especially ranged and defense. 96 Herblore for overloads, 95 prayer for soul split and turmoil, 96 summoning for Pack-Yak or Nihil. I'm gonna show a few examples of gear setups, mix and match according to your own budget. Use something like this for ranged, this for melee, and this for magic. By the way, don't use magic, it sucks. So where is it? It's right here. Now let's quickly go over the different paths and phases in the fight. This is a map of the Araxxor hive, this is where Araxxor is. The first phase is where you enter. After phase 1 you go through one of the 3 paths. This is phase 2. After phase 2 you move on to phase 3. Phase 1 and 3 are fairly similar. Lastly is phase 4. Here you fight Araxxor. She's a bit different from Araxxor, but not much. We'll get into that later. You have to deal around 100k damage on every path before you move on. You can't kill him until phase 3 and 4, so just get him under 5k health before moving to the next phase. Now let's talk about the fight itself. Drink your potions, turn on your prayers, auras and scrimshaws. Now enter. If you use ranged, pray magic. If you use melee, pray ranged. If you use magic, pray melee. But don't use magic, it sucks. The first thing you want to do is burn the web to whatever path you choose. Araxxor uses one style all the time if you don't get into melee range. He has 4 special attacks. These will be happening throughout the entire fight for the most part. After Araxxor's very first special attack, he only uses special attacks every 5th normal hit. The swipe. He pulls you in and swipes you with his legs. Simply spam click away. The cocoon. Stuns you with a cocoon so you can't do anything except eat. To get out, spam click away again. Using anticipation or freedom before the cocoon hits can help you break free quicker. The web. He covers himself in a web and heals himself. Just stop attacking him. Egg drop. He drops 3 or 2 eggs on the floor and sends a bomb after you. Stand on the eggs when the bomb hits you and take 300 damage. If you don't stand on the eggs, you'll take 3000 damage and minions will spawn from the eggs. And now the paths. After phase 1 you take one of the paths. Here Araxxor will no longer use the cocoon attack. You only go through one path per fight that you choose yourself, but I'll show you all 3 in a row now. Path 1, the minion path. Here Araxxor spawns 20 minions over time, spawning 5 at a time. You don't have to kill them all, but I do recommend it when you're starting out. Although there are 2 kinds of minions you have to kill. They are called mirror bag spiders and pulsing spiders. Here's why. Now get Araxxor under 5k health and move on. Path 2, the acid path. Lure Araxxor into the pool of acid, keep damaging him while the acid meter counts up, get it to 60 or 70% and move all the way to the edge of the ramp. Eventually the ramp will collapse and Araxxor will move on. You want to have him low health at this point since you have to move on when the ramp collapses. On this path, Rax can spawn an acidic spider. These crawl towards you and one hit you if it touches you. Avoid these at all costs. This is how it looks when it spawns. Path 3, the darkness path. This one is easy, step into the highlighted spot or take damage. Surge is useful here to move around, and a shield can help you prevent some damage or even heal you. After a while, Rax will come charging after you in a small cutscene. Press one of the arrow keys to dodge his attack. After he's done this twice and you've successfully dodged, the wall will collapse and you move on to phase 3. Here's how you dodge his charges. Moving on to phase 3, Araxxor can now use special attacks back to back and uses them more frequently. He will use specials from the open paths. From path 1 he can spawn more minions if he hasn't spawned all 20 yet. From path 2 he can spawn the acidic one-hit spider and acidic spiders. From path 3 he can make another highlighted area you need to stand in. Otherwise this is like phase 1, but now you want to kill him, getting him to 0 health. And the last phase, phase 4. Araxxor now eats Araxxor and you fight Araxxor. The fight is fairly simple, but a few things can happen at the same time, making it a bit difficult. Araxxor will be alternating between magic and ranged attacks, unless you are in melee distance, but don't do that. You wanna pray switch according to her attacks. If you stand where I am, she will do 2 of each before she switches. While this is happening, she can use the same special attacks as Araxxor on phase 3, but just keep focusing on prayer switching. When she's at 50k health, she no longer uses special attacks but hits harder with her normal attacks, so keep pray switching. At 25k health, she releases the acid wave. This bounces around a few times before it lands on you, doing heavy damage. But simply step away and it will start bouncing again. Along with this, she also drains 50% of your adrenaline at 25k health. This is why most people like to use a powerful threshold ability before hitting 25k, usually rapid fire. And that's it, now you can loot Araxxor. Obviously there's a lot more detail to this fight, but this should definitely help you get your first kill. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching.